Welcome to Cavern City Outdoors. My name is Jeremy Fuentes, and today I want to talk to you about why I'm making the switch between my Minn Kota Ultrex and the Lowrance Ghost. Let's get to it. So before we dive into the problems I've had with the Minn Kota Ultrex, I do want to give a little background. So I'm super hard on my equipment. This trolling motor is 5 years old. I've ran it into stumps, to rocks, ran it shallow. I'm just super tough on the equipment and I'm gonna break stuff. So I wanted to provide that background. There are some problems that I'll point out with the trolling motor that did influence my decision to switch over to Lowrance Ghost. The first problem I had was a cable steering sensor board went out. It was during a tournament, so when it went out, I could only turn my trolling motor one direction. I don't remember if it was left or right, but then after a couple hours, it just stopped working altogether. It seems to be that Minn Kota had another part. Maybe they were aware of the issue, and once I replaced that part, I haven't had an issue since. But that was probably the first major issue I had. The second major issue I had was I had an armature in the motor go out. Now, just before it went out, I did switch to lithium batteries, and I heard a rumor out there that if you're running your Ultrex on 10 with lithium batteries, that it could short out your armature. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, so if you have more information on that, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, especially the ones switching to lithium or thinking about it. They probably want to read about it, so if you can drop a comment below, that might help some people out. I had a power switch on the foot pedal go out, so what that would do is it would just, I guess it was shorted out and it would give my trolling motor power intermittently and end up draining one of my trolling motor batteries while I'm driving out to the lake. I did have some issues with, and this is not a new issue, this cable up here that goes to the head of the trolling motor. It comes out of this bracket. I've probably put it in 100 different times. I've tried different tips and tricks and I can't keep it in, so I just stopped messing with it. Another issue I had up here was the sonar cable, the connection on it. It's probably user error, but if you're not careful stowing your trolling motor, then you can smash that connection and render it useless. I did have this weird situation with this trolling motor once where I had it plugged in at a campground, and when I would touch the trolling motor head, I was getting zapped. I don't know why. I must have had a short somewhere. It could have been the source power. Not real sure what was going on there, but it's never happened again. But I found that quite interesting. The latest thing that's happened is I had one of these through bolts that hold your nose cap and the rear housing of your trolling motor together to keep water out. It keeps it all sealed up. I had one of these snap. I probably hit a rock or something. I had it snap and it let water fill up the motor housing. Now, still worked just fine. I couldn't even tell the difference until I took off on plane, and all this green water rushed up and shot out my trolling motor head and sprayed my co-angler with this nasty green water. Pretty hilarious, but not at the same time, because I realized, hey, I got a problem with my trolling motor. So those are some of the major problems I've had with it. Some of the minor ones are the pivot bushings. They go out, so they have to be replaced periodically. Minor shot. Other than that, that really led my decision. This final one where this bolt broke led my decision to figure out, what am I going to do? Am I going to buy a new Ultrex, or am I going to look at something else now that the new brushless technology is out? And and I made my decision. And here we go. I got the Lowrance Ghost 52-inch trolling motor. Let's get this thing opened up. Well, I got the Lowrance Ghost installed. Now to talk about some of the features that influenced my decision in making the switch. So the brushless motor is supposed to be quieter, so that's pretty much a no-brainer. Lowrance claims that this trolling motor is supposed to be about 60% better on power consumption. The fact that you can switch this from 36 volts over to 24 volts by switching some cables in the back and changing some settings, that's nice if you ever get in a pinch. I like the breakaway mount for when I do run into something. Just gives me a little bit more confidence. It maintains similar features as the Ultrex. So it has anchor lock, which is similar to spot lock. The fact that I can integrate this trolling motor in with my HDS Live units is nice. There's features that Ultrex offers with Hummingbird units that I've never been able to take advantage of. So that is definitely another feature that has sparked my interest and influenced me in making the switch. So I got the boat out on the water and got to use the trolling motor. So it's definitely quieter. I like the responsiveness of the foot pedal. However, I did have an issue. My arrow indicator does not work. It has the little white Teflon bushing, but that's not the problem. The indicator pulley assembly is crooked, and I'll show a picture of it up here. I ordered some parts and I'm hoping I can get it fixed. I can't afford to send this trolling motor off for warranty work. With that being said, you know, stuff's gonna break. The real test of durability is gonna be time out on the water. So we'll see how this works out. Well, if you enjoyed this video and you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. Till next time, we'll see you out in the water. Thank you for watching the Cavern City Outdoors.